There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everybody. I'm here at my computer, not on my iPad. Turn that light down. That's really bright. See if I can get that to turn down a little bit. That's a little better. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Hope everybody is having a good week so far. One day left to the weekend. Oh, boy. Back is sore. You know, babies don't weigh a whole lot, but when you hold them all the time, you get that ache right here, right in the back between your shoulder blades. So I'm still setting a couple things up. I wanted to try to get on here by 9:30 tonight. My wife has given me, let's see if I fix this thing. Yep, that's fixed. That's my son's little toy he wanted me to fix for him. I had to super glue apart. But so I have 45 minutes. I've been given Kenju just decided to start the stream off tonight. Thank you for what you do and your dedication to it. I felt like the word hero has been way overused since 21 years ago, but in the case of people like you, it can't be said enough. Well, thank you very much, Kenju. I appreciate the $20. You didn't have to donate anything to me. I like doing this. This is what I do for fun. And so I really don't, you don't need to donate anything to me. Let me see. I'm going to try to get I tell you what, I'm tired. For those that don't know, my wife had a baby, let's see, a week ago Tuesday. So the baby is a week and 2 days old now. So I'm tired because the baby's up all the time and I'm sleepy. So I need to turn on my phones. I'm not going to be able to answer a whole lot of calls tonight because I only have 45 minutes. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet. If the phone rings, I'll answer your call as best as I can. And I just got TikTok loaded. Hey, everybody on TikTok, this is Jason with Akers Pest Control. I'm live on YouTube. If you want to communicate with me, the easiest way to do it is to join up with the YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. So anyway, let me see if I can pop up my windows. I haven't gotten anything together yet. Like, really. I looked over at my time and realized I only had a minute left. I need to turn everything on that I don't have. Which oil do I use when mixing Shockwave in my B&G? I don't use Shockwave, so I don't know. I really don't know. So let's see. Sign in. Best way to find out how to mix your chemicals is to read your label. If the label says, that's the thing you need to do, is people don't read their labels. I get a lot of questions on my videos and stuff like, how should I mix this for bed bugs? And how should I mix this for... How should I mix? And the thing is, the label will tell you all these things. If you read the label, it will tell you exactly how to mix your chemical, how to mix your pesticide. And so you need to do that. You really need. I can't stress enough about reading your labels. You really do need to read your labels. Green Acres Pest Control. That's me. There I am, right there. And there we go. Somebody just got in trouble. No, that's the baby. Okay, that's the baby. I had to listen out because being a dad, you got to listen and see who you're going to have to go tell, hey, you can't be screaming like that. All right, so my crossfire for my car was supposed to be delivered today. Amazon driver dropped off a clearly open and empty package. Got him on my security camera and reported to Amazon. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. You lost your package. Where do you live, Kenju? Let's see here. So anyway, let's see. What are we going to talk about tonight? Let's look at my channel here. So I've got Wisconsin. Well, you should have it. Wisconsin. No, it's Minnesota. You're close. Minnesota is where they actually that's where MGK is located. That's where they package Crossfire is in Minnesota. The label on my McRib says open wrapper and enjoy. Well, then you should. I don't know if I would enjoy a McRib. I've seen how they were made. So let's see here. If I go to, let's share my screen. There we go. So this is my channel. It's youtube.com. Oh, love your shirt. I'm watching The Office right now. I see. I'm now the YouTube can't see this. So I'm streaming for people on TikTok. I'm also streaming on YouTube. So I stream every Thursday night, usually after 9 o'clock Eastern time, and so I can sit here and I can answer people's questions about bugs. This is what I do for a living. I've been in pest control for over 30 years, and I give people advice on how to kill bugs. And so for those on YouTube, I have to stand up. See, now you're going to see my pants and everything. People on TikTok are going to see my pants because it's a vertical instead of a... But see, I got my Dunder Mifflin shirt on. So anyway, that's what I'm wearing. And America pants, because, you know, you got to put the American flag on everything, including your crotch. So let's see. The community tab on my YouTube channel here. Live stream tonight. What are we going to talk about? This is 14 hours ago. And I put a picture of a bed bug up there. But I have one person that commented and said, bed bugs and bird mites are the worst pests in the world. So a lot of people don't even know what bird mites are. In some instances where you're having a problem getting bit with bed bugs, it's a common thing to have actually to not have bed bugs if you can't find any evidence of bed bugs. So people will ask me a lot. They'll say, well, I've treated my house with Crossfire. I've gone through and treated my mattress, my sofas, my love seats, my all this different stuff, and I'm still getting eaten alive. I still get the prickly feelings all over my body. It's been several months. I don't know what's going on. Can you please help me? What is going on? And so one of the things that people will have that will bite you, and you can't see them, they're little teeny tiny specks. I mean, you can see them if they were on like a piece of white like paper or something like that. You'll see them laying there. They look like little black pinpricks. They're really super small bugs. And what they are is they're a type of mite. Bird mites, spider mites, clover mites. They're mites that get into the house. And they will bite you. Now, bird mites can actually bite a human. They can't live off of a human being. They will eventually die if they can't get a bird to feed on. But what happens is they bite you. They leave that prickly feeling. They itch real bad. You don't really get bit. You don't have any sign. You're not going to have bed bug droppings or anything because you're not getting bit by bed bugs. You're getting bit by bird mites. And using Crossfire or a pesticide that's really designed more for insects, not mites, will not kill bird mites. So you can't actually spray Crossfire. Even though it's a really good pesticide, it's really effective. You can use it in your house for things like, you know, bed bugs, but it's not going to kill mites because you really kind of need a miticide for mites. And so if you're not finding any signs of actual bed bugs in your house, you haven't found any droppings, you're not finding live bugs, you're not having blood spots in your sheets and your mattresses or anything, then it may be mites. Check around your house. Look for any signs of pigeons. If you have chickens, poultry mites are a thing. They come from chickens. And so look for these things and see if you've got birds roosting, maybe in a chimney, maybe in your attic. Maybe you've got birds around the eaves or, you know, in your gutters. When's the last time you cleaned your gutters? Maybe you've got birds living in your gutters of your house. If you do, bird mites will actually come into your house. And somebody over on TikTok asked about 7 dust. 7 dust used to be a little better back when the older formulations maybe would have killed mites, but they actually have a specific pesticide called a miticide that is for mites. It's designed to kill mites, and where other pesticides absolutely will not kill mites at all. So I've never used Liquitox, but I know what it is for rodents. Someone on YouTube asked just now. So let's see. Kenju says it was supposed to be in a padded envelope. There was no way to not notice it was open and an envelope. Well, you know, people steal Amazon packages all the time. It's a real common thing that people, if they notice that you've got an Amazon package either on your doorstep or whatever, or maybe it fell out in a truck and they deliver the package anyway. It's a real common thing because they can just say, well, they scanned a barcode, it says it was delivered, and then it won't, But Amazon's usually pretty good about refunds. If you call Amazon directly and say, hey, my box arrived, but it was empty, then they usually will give you a refund. It's really easy to get a refund from Amazon. I don't recommend Amazon as a place to sell pesticides. I would never, sell anything. I don't believe in selling with Amazon. I hate selling through Amazon. I've tried to sell. I sold the Xbox years ago through Amazon, and a guy took it, claimed that it never was delivered, even though the package was scanned. I sent it myself. I know it was packaged well, and Amazon ended up giving him his money back. And so I actually ended up getting my money up for it too, but by arguing back and forth with a person on Amazon. But that's kind of, they treat their sellers, they don't treat their sellers the best. They treat the buyers get treated really well. And so I recommend that if you're going to buy Crossfire, you can absolutely buy it through Amazon or any other pesticide for that matter that I recommend on there. You can buy it, and then if it comes and it's not what you expected, you can always get your money back. So, let's see. Transport Micron, always ineffective for bed bugs. So let's see. What is Transport Micron? I look it up all the time. I've never used it. P-O-R-T. I'm in my Micron. Transport Micron. What is it? Is it a permethrin or... Looks like it. Let me see if I can pull the label. Where is the label for Transport Micron? Does not say. More information. There it is, label. It is bifenthrin mostly. It's acetamiprid. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. What is that? I don't know that active ingredient. Oh, for those that don't know, let me share my screen real quick on YouTube so you can see what I'm doing here. There's Transport Micron. There's the label for Transport Micron. This is what I'm looking up right here. Let me zoom in, make it easier to read. So there we go. If you scroll down right here, there's the two ingredient. This is the one I'm looking up now. I know what bifenthrin is. I use bifenthrin all the time. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to do a Google search to find out exactly what it is. Let's see. Nicotine-like substance. Nicotine. So that's like nicotine, basically, is what that is. That's interesting. But nicotine is poisonous. So Transport Micron is decent for general preventative, but garbage for bed bugs. I agree with that. It's bifenthrin. It has bifenthrin in it. So one of the pesticides that people use really regularly for bed bugs is... No, temperate is, but what was the other one? Bifenthrin. If anybody in chat knows real quick, let me know. Talstar. That's what it's called. Talstar. Talstar. So, Talstar, this one right here. Let's pull it up here. That's Talstar. So, I recommend this pesticide for... Oh, let's see. Moran says, my job has lots of crickets. How would they be getting in all of the time when all the doors are shut? Bugs can squeeze in any crack, any crevice, any hole, anywhere. They aren't as big as they look. I mean, they look big. You look down like, oh, there's a cricket. It's huge. But they're really not that big. They can squeeze in around cracks and crevices. Even if the door is shut, they can come under the door. They can come around the weather strip, and you cannot keep bugs out. Bed bugs, stink bugs, silverfish, roaches, crickets, spiders, ants, all of these things can squeeze in and around cracks. That's actually a common question I get asked all the time about crickets and other bugs that seem bigger than they really are. They can flatten themselves out, squeeze in through a hole, and then they're there. A mouse can fit through the hole the size of an ink pen. Oh, then I'll drop it on the floor, so I'll pull up another one. Look at there, magician. So that's the size hole. Just for reference, there's my thumb. That's the size hole a mouse can fit through right there. So it's nothing for a mouse to get in. And if a mouse can fit through a hole like that, a bug can easily fit through a hole that's smaller than a mouse. So But anyway, like I was saying, Talstar is bifenthrin. Now, exterminators have been using Talstar for years to get rid of bed bugs. I've used Talstar to get rid of bed bugs. It used to be pretty effective. But the problem is that bifenthrin has been not effective to get rid of bed bugs for several years, for at least 4 years in Virginia. There is a strain of bed bug that's going around that's actually chemical resistant to Talstar, which is bifenthrin, and it's something that just developed over using Talstar regularly for the control of bed bugs. So if you're using a pesticide, what happens is let's say you have a target number of like 100. 100 is easy to work with. So you've got 100 bed bugs in a house. You go in and you spray a pesticide. You kill 80%. That's a good number. 80% with just one treatment. You go in, you kill 80% of the bed bugs. The 20% that do not die, the reason they don't die is because they have a genetic immunity to the pesticide. So what you're doing by using the same chemical over and over and over to try to eliminate a pest, you're selectively breeding out all of the bed bugs that have a weakness to Talstar, and all of the ones who are strong to Talstar, of course, they survive. So eventually those bugs have babies, and then their babies have babies, and their babies have babies, and you end up with a population of bed bugs that can no longer be killed with Talstar. So that is how you develop a chemically immune insect, whether it's a cockroach or a bed bug or a flea or really any kind of bug at all. If they're infesting type bugs like bed bugs and cockroaches, you can easily within 90 days develop a completely immune bug to a certain pesticide, which is why I usually recommend cycling through pesticides. So if you go into a home and you're treating it for bed bugs, let's say, and you're using like Alpine WSG, which is what I used to use all the time for bed bugs, and you go in and you realize the next month when you come in, well, see, I used to do 3-month treatments, and a lot of people still do. And so you're doing a 3-month pesticide treatment, and you come back and you notice, well, there's still a problem with bed bugs. You probably shouldn't use the same thing you used last month, because you've run into, more than likely, a resistant strain. Now, it could be that the customer is continuing to bring in the bed bugs too, which is possible. And if that's the case, then they'll still die effectively from what you're doing. But what the reason that they're having an issue is because the bugs are immune. And so you use, or resistant. They might not be completely immune. They might just be somewhat resistant. So you use a different pesticide when you come back, like Crossfire. So, and this is why I recommend Crossfire for bed bugs, is because I haven't really had to go back. You know, now Alpine, I have. On a couple of jobs where I've used Alpine, I've had to go back on a second and even a third treatment to eliminate the problem. And usually the second treatment, I just go in and use strictly just Crossfire alone, and then I don't ever have to go back. And so I'm getting fewer callbacks with Crossfire than I do with Alpine. Now, in your extreme cases where people have thousands and thousands of bed bugs, yes, I do have to go back sometimes just because there's so many that you're trying to kill. So let me get on to some questions because I don't have a lot of time to talk tonight. Do you know of any times when a pest control technician went to jail? No, but I know some dishonest pest control technicians. Transport Micron is decent for... Okay, I read that already. Let's see. So, I thought Talstar's exterior only. No, Talstar's interior. So, let me show you. So, you go... Scene? Is that the one? Yep, that's the one. So, let me show you. You can use Talstar inside. Where is the label? So here's Talstar. All right. A lot of people believe that synthetic pyrethroids are outside only, but it's not true. I only use it outside, but you can use it inside and outside. Directions for use, let's see, additional. This is inside, outside, outside, outside. I actually answered this before, I believe. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. It's a lot. These are a lot more complicated. So usually the label that I go over on stream is Crossfire, and Crossfire is a lot easier to understand. But let's see, ant control. Let's see. There we go. Dilute half ounce to ounce of fluid, ounce of Talstar, professional insecticide per gallon of water applied to a rate 1,000 square feet, crack and crevice, spot treatment areas. This is foliage. Particular attention should be given to treating entry points of the home premise. Okay. Insecticide combination with Bates, Talstar P. Okay. That's not it. Perimeter treatment, broadcast treatment, mixing it directions, bed bugs. Okay, here you go, bed bugs. Now, where do bed bugs live? Bed bugs live inside. So here are your directions for bed bugs when using Talstar. Thorough application should be made to crack and crevices where evidence of bed bugs occur. This includes bed frames, box springs, inside empty dressers, enclosed closets, and carpet edges, high and low wall moldings, which is like a, crown molding, and the baseboards. Wallpaper edges. Do not use this product on bed linens, pillows, mattresses, or clothes. Remove all clothes and other articles from dressers, clothes, closets before application. Allow all treated areas to thoroughly dry before use. Not recommended for use as a sole protection against bed bugs. If evidence of bed bugs is found in and on mattresses, this product approved for this use. Use a 0.06 dilution, 1 fluid ounce per gallon of water, for residual pest control in buildings and structures and on modes of transport. Apply either as a crack and crevice, pinstream, spot, coarse, low pressure spray, 25 psi or less, or with a paintbrush. So, Talstar can be used inside. It actually still has bed bugs on the label, even though it's not very effective on bed bugs anymore. There it is. Cockroaches, crickets, fire brats, flies, gnats, moths, mosquitoes, scorpions, silverfish, spiders, ticks. This is all kinds of things that this pesticide will eliminate, and it tells you how to do it inside and outside of your home. So yes, you can still use Talstar in the house, but like I said, it's a lot more. I always tell people read the label. Like when I do my setting up stream like this, see, it's the video, all content on this channel. I tell people the label is the law. Always read your label, read your label, read your label. Because you don't want to poison yourself. Now, it specifically says when you're doing bed bugs with Talstar, it's 1 ounce per gallon. But if you notice when I read up there about ants, it could say you could use up to ½ ounce per gallon. So it's a different mixture based on what you're trying to eliminate. So I always tell people you should read your labels before you buy the pesticide. This way you know if you're going to be able to handle using it or not because of the rules around using it. Have you ever used Suspend? I think I have. I've used a lot of things over the years. I think I have. I could look it up and find out. The thing is that, so here's the thing about me, is I don't mind using generic pesticides. Generic pesticides aren't really much different than others. And like, I like actives. I like to like, it's an aspirin. It doesn't have to be a Bayer aspirin. It's just an aspirin. Or what is it? What's in Tylenol? Tylenol is kind of the generic anyway. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen is the active ingredient in Tylenol. So you got, aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen. There's actual chemical names for the and there's chemical names in pesticides. So for those that are asking, have you used this pesticide? Have you used that pesticide? I like chemical names. But especially in pesticides that no longer have a patent and can be made by other companies as an off-brand, kind of like Talstar and Taurus and Termidor. So Termidor, back for termite treatments, when Termidor first came out, they had a patent. So no one could legally make fipronil other than BASF or whatever, BSAF, whatever the acronym is. And so you had to license through them in order to even sell fipronil, like Frontline. Frontline is fipronil. It's the same chemical. So they had a patent on the chemical. Well, now that the patent has run out and other companies can make it cheaper, you can get things like Taurus and I think even Navigator now, which used to do Durazban back in the day, is now fipronil. And so you can get a generic and don't fall for the whole my pesticide is better because it's name brand, because it's not true. It really doesn't matter. I have used both Taurus and Termidor, and I have found that they both last 16 years, which is what the label claims. And they're both just as effective. There's absolutely no difference between Towstar and Taurus. I mean, Taurus and not Towstar, Taurus and Termidor. They're both the same thing. As far as effectiveness to get rid of termites, they're identical. The labels might be a little different. That's where you read your labels. Okay, so I had to kill off the rest of the bed bugs after the pest company treated 5 times. Yep, see, that's the problem. People are going out and they're killing bed bugs on their own where their exterminators have been there 5, 6, 7 times and can't get rid of their bed bug problem. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And you've got these novices that don't really know pest control are able to just go out and kill them where the exterminator that's supposed to have enough knowledge to do this kind of thing isn't doing their job. It's sad, but it's true. Jennifer Lego says, fact, bed bugs hate when we hit the thumbs up on Jason's videos. Yeah, bed bugs and a few other people too. But you should thumbs me up. You know how many people? 25 viewers? Let me look and see. Where's my YouTube channel? I don't know how long. How long have I been streaming? 28 minutes? Now, like I said, I've been strictly told by my wife I have to help with the baby. And I'm not allowed to be on here longer than 45 minutes. I got to go help with the baby. So I've got about 15 minutes left to answer any questions on here. So get them in while you can. Crossfire is too expensive. Crossfire is expensive, but so is a heat treatment. You know, a heat treatment is extremely expensive. If you're going around and, all right, so this is the biggest argument that I hear from people that don't want to buy Crossfire. They're like, well, I have to buy a sprayer. That's, you know, cash out of pocket. I have to buy the pesticide. I have to take time off of work, treat my house, whatever. But the thing is the amount of money you're going to spend in products that don't work, do you really, if you're going to complain about a $50 bottle of pesticide, then, but you're perfectly fine wasting $10 on diatomaceous earth or $25 on some Raid, I mean, that's just throwing your money away. You might as well just take your $25 and put it in a shredder. You're doing the same thing. What I'm doing is I'm giving you an option that actually works. It really works. You know, that's the thing. Maybe if you can't afford the $50, you should look into your budgeting elsewhere. Maybe you're spending your money on something. Maybe don't buy a coffee for the next week. Maybe don't go out to eat this week so you can afford to kill your bed bugs, because, you know, an average ticket to go to, say, Ruby Tuesdays or Outback Steakhouse or, you know, Olive Garden or somewhere like that is going to run you anywhere from $50 to $100. I've got a family of 5. No, I've got a family of 6 now, but, you know, only 5 people are eating at the restaurant. It costs me like $80 to go to Olive Garden, and for $80 I could kill bed bugs in my house. You know, that's the thing. I don't have to go out to eat this week. I can kill bed bugs instead. So it's not that expensive. People say it's expensive, but it's really not. It works. The thing is that it actually works. What's expensive is spending $15 here, $10 there, $25 here, $10 over there, $5 over there, and eventually all that money just adds up and you don't realize it because it's a little bit here and a little bit there. But if you're buying can after can after can of Hot Shot or bottle after bottle of Home Defense and it's not working, you're wasting your money. And that's, I mean, what I'm doing right here is free. I'm giving you all the advice you need, absolutely free. All I have to do is sit here for, 45 minutes and tell you how to do it. I've got hundreds of videos on YouTube. I've got so much information here that you can learn how to do this on your own. I've got it all categorized into playlists, so you can go into the bedbug playlist and it wouldn't take you but a few hours to watch it all and learn how to get rid of bedbugs on your own and be successful. It will work, because I actually did a bedbug job for a guy for free. I didn't even charge him anything. I went into his house, I sprayed his house, I killed his bedbugs for him, and I filmed the whole thing so you can go and watch me do it and learn how to do it. So let's say, if I spray the bed bugs with Crossfire, will the bed bugs get worse at first? Yes, they can. They can. I've had a couple of customers, Julie, that I have treated where they had a severe bed bug infestation, and after I treated, they did complain for a couple of weeks that they went into almost like a feeding frenzy, but after that, they all died. But it's almost like they knew it was their last meal. and they came out and they were really, really bad, and then they died. So, is Crossfire stronger than Demon Max? Well, stronger is not really the right term. So they're different pesticides. Demon Max is cypermethrin, and Crossfire is like 3 different pesticides. So they're different pesticides for different bugs. Demon is a really good insecticide for things like spiders. It's a good repellent for ants on the outside. It works really well for crickets, silverfish. It's really good for, but bed bugs, not so much. Crossfire is really good for bed bugs. It's labeled for bed bugs. It's not that it's any stronger or weaker. It's just the pesticides are designed in a different way. They're designed to kill this bug or that bug. They're based on anatomy. So all chemicals break down either the nervous system or the digestive system or something with the insect, and they're designed to work a specific way on an insect. So it's not that they're any stronger or any weaker. It's just that they work a certain way for this group of insects, and they don't work so well on like arachnids. Like not every pesticide kills spiders, but some like Demon is actually really good for spiders. It works really, really good for them. Where other pesticides, like back in the day, Durazban, you couldn't touch a spider with Durazban. It just didn't work hardly at all. But you could go and use Demon, and it would absolutely kill spiders. So it's not that they're stronger or weaker. It's just that you follow the label and you use the label, the pesticide that's labeled for the insect. Demon really doesn't kill bed bugs at all. Not well. Let's see. Over-the-counter products. For bed bugs, Grace, over-the-counter products really don't work very well on bed bugs. You might get lucky, but they just don't work that well. Cassie says, my landlord has cut the heat to... Oh, that won't work either. That won't work either. Because bed bugs, I looked this up a year ago when Terminex started offering freeze treatments, because I'm like, that's crazy. And come to find out, the only way you can really truly kill a bed bug with freezing or cold weather is to get it down below 40 degrees. So negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It will kill bed bugs, but that's how cold it has to be in order to kill them. They're very hardy. They can live through extreme cold temperatures. Going to be spraying my car with Crossfire soon. Highs are supposed to top at 61 with lows. That's a good time to spray. That's actually a really good time to treat during the day. And you know, what I usually recommend with automobiles is to treat and then drive around. You know, after you've treated, let it dry, and then use your car for a little while. You know, entice the bed bugs to come out and crawl out. You know, use it. You drive out at night. You know, get the heat on. Drive out at night and let the bed bugs crawl out. Cassie, that absolutely will not work. Yep, no, it won't. Let's see. Cassie, roaches, dog fleas, don't own dogs, love them though. Bed bugs and spiders. Yeah, you're not going to kill anything with cold temperatures. Honestly, if the cold temperatures killed bugs, we wouldn't have bugs. There would be no bugs living through the winter at all. All it takes is one good cold winter, and you just wouldn't have bugs anymore. It just doesn't work. Cold does not work. You know, they found German cockroaches in the pyramids when they opened the tombs in Egypt. And it was cold in the tombs in Egypt. You know, the desert gets really cold at nighttime. And they found cockroaches in the tomb in Egypt, you know, that hadn't been opened in thousands of years. So the bugs are not going to die. They're not going to die out from the cold. They're not going to die out from starvation. They're not going to die. They're going to live through it. They're not like human beings. Bugs, a lot of people will... you know, give bugs human characteristics, but bugs are not humans. Bugs are completely different. Snakes, you know, people say, well, I've got mice, I'm going to go get a snake and kill. No, snakes are not humans either. Snakes don't need to eat but like once every 8 months. You know, they'll eat a mice, and they die. That's good. That's good for a long time. They're full for a long time. Now, they will eat more often if they can, but typically they don't, because they can't get a meal, but every so often a mouse can outrun a snake. So, you know, that's the thing. You got to understand that bugs aren't the same. They're not the same creature at all, and they can survive a lot more, you know, harsh type weather changes than we can. But I am sorry that your landlord is crazy, because that's ridiculous that he turned your air down thinking he was going to kill bugs. He's not going to kill bugs that way. That's not going to work. And, there are renters laws out there to protect you when, landlords abuse you in that way, because that is absolutely abuse to a landlord. He should not be allowed to turn your heat off. Have you used Phantom for bed bugs? I have. I have not found that it works. I don't like Phantom. I have used Phantom. I've used Phantom for ants. It's really good for ants. I don't like how it clogs the B&G. It's really bad for clogging the B&G. I don't like, it was Phantom. I don't like it for bed bugs. I've used it for bed bugs. I don't think it works. It does have a good residual, but it just doesn't work. I cannot kill bed bugs with Phantom. I've never been able to kill bed bugs with Phantom. I've never been able to kill cockroaches with Phantom, except when it first came out a long time ago. I used Phantom, and I was able to go into some resistant houses where it was really difficult to kill the roaches, and I killed them with Phantom. That's the only thing it's ever really been good for is ants and roaches, and it really isn't good on roaches anymore. It's been around long enough to where the roaches are immune to it by now. So I don't like Phantom. Bed bugs can stay in the car. Yes, they can. Actually, so I did a house one time where the guy had bed bugs showing up in some of the weirdest places. He had them in his kitchen. He had them in his living room, not on his couch, on his coffee table. They never had bed bugs on the sofa at all. They never had bed bugs anywhere, really living anywhere in the house except on the mattress. I treated the house 1 month and I killed the bed bugs on the mattress. He never had bed bugs show up on the mattress ever again, but they would show up in the kitchen. They were showing up in the living room, on the coffee table. And what we found out is that he had helped some friends move about 2 or 3 months before I started working for him, and they had bed bugs. And so what happened is he ended up infesting his trunk with their possessions that he had in his trunk. The bed bugs crawled off. They got in the trunk of his car, and because they were in the trunk, even in the summer when it was really, really hot, the bed bugs didn't die in the car because the trunk is insulated and there's no direct sunlight. And so it was cooler in the trunk. So all the bed bugs kind of navigated towards that area and they lived in the trunk of his car. And he ended up we treated his car. We found out they were coming from the car. We treated the car and he never had any more bed bugs in the house. But every single time he would go somewhere like Target, Walmart, Kroger, Harris Teeter, anywhere he would go to shop, he was putting the bags in the trunk. And then he would go home, take the bags out of the trunk, put them in the house, and that's why he was finding bed bugs in weird places, like in the kitchen or in the living room, on the coffee table. Like you come home, you sit something down on the coffee table that was in the trunk of the car, and boom, bed bug crawls out, and there it is. So, yes, bed bugs can absolutely live in your automobile. Roaches can live in your automobile. I've got videos of, roaches living in cars. I have witnessed it myself. If it wasn't so dark, I would have filmed it myself and shown you what it looked like. But there was a guy in Bedford City, Virginia, where the guy was parked out in a Walmart parking lot, and I happened to walk by, and his car was all full of junk, and the roaches were all over the windshield, crawling up inside the car, German cockroaches. So, yeah, roaches, bugs can live in the car. Ants will get in the car. They'll live in the hinges of your automobile. Rats, mice will get in your car. Lots of things can live in the car. He turned the gas off. I've been to the local government offices, and they agree with you. Yeah, it is illegal. Here's the thing about landlords. If in Virginia, and in other states too, but I'm going to specifically talk about Virginia because I'm really well versed with Virginia. In Virginia, it is illegal for a landlord to provide you with pest control. It's illegal. It's against the law. Unless the landlord is licensed in the state of Virginia with a commercial applicator license, because you are paying them to live in their property, you are not allowed to apply pesticides. If you get turned in, it's a $500 fine minimum per infraction. If you're disobeying the label, if you're not wearing PPE, if you don't have a respirator, if you don't have gloves, if you don't have, every single thing, they can drum up so many charges on you for basically pretending to be a pest control technician that they would put you completely out of business. You wouldn't be able to rent anymore. And it's a good thing, because I don't think people that don't understand pest control should be applying pesticides for other people. If you're if you're going to go into somebody's house and you're going to spray, you're taking on a lot of responsibility. You're spraying a pesticide in their house and you don't know what you're doing, not truly. And that's dangerous because you could hurt someone's cat, you could hurt someone's dog, you could hurt someone's child, you could damage their personal property. Like if you go in to try to treat for bed bugs and you spray, just any kind of chemical all over their bed, their mattress, or you mix Crossfire like double strength and you get this white residue on everything, you could end up damaging their stuff. And that can come back and bite you in the butt. And so that's why I'm like, it's not good. And it also forces landlords to deal with a professional when they hire pest control. They have to hire pest control because if they get caught, they're going to get into a lot. It's not worth it. It basically is cheaper. One $500 fine could be enough to pay for pest control for like half a year where we live. And so it's crazy that they would risk their entire, all this money, even if they can afford the fine, there'd be all this money they would just blow on the fact that they could just hire a professional and then it falls on them. Then the landlord could say, no, it's their fault. They didn't do the job. I hired them to do the job. They didn't do it. Look, see, and they can take it to court and then the landlord has a foot to stand on. So it's never a good idea for the landlord to try to do their own pest control. It's a bad idea. And that really don't matter where you live. No matter where you live, it's just a bad idea. You're taking on a lot of responsibility when you are providing pest control for someone else. And even if it does mean, well, I'm turning the gas off to kill the bugs, that's still a form of pest control if that's the reason he did it. That's the thing. He's trying to kill bugs by turning the heat off to your house. And he's trying to do what? A freeze treatment? A jerry-rigged freeze treatment. It's just not effective. I agree, James. James says I'd be popping a champagne if bed bugs were eradicated. I got a sore back because of bed bugs. Because this last week, now, for those that don't know, I work for myself. I own my own pest control company. I've been doing it for all my life. Since I was like 6 years old, I've been in pest control. And my son has been working with me since he was 8, learning the business. And so we go together on bed bug work, typically. But because my wife had a baby last week, he's been staying at home off and on, helping her with the baby. And one day last week, I had a bed bug job come in, and I had to go do it. Had to do it by myself. It's the first bed bug job I've done on my own probably in 4 years because he always comes with me and he helps me put my back out. Oh, man, it hurts. It hurts. Sitting here talking with y'all, it hurts. But Amy says, hi, I'm a single mom with 2 autistic kids that posted the long comment on another of your videos earlier tonight. Okay, I don't think I saw that. I'll have to go back and read it. Because I always look at my video. Now I'm wondering, let me see here. YouTube. Actually, let me use it in another window. Because I'm already logged in over there. Let's see your comment. Content. No comments. Oh, there you are. Okay. You commented on my bed bug, and that's not a very long post. So Amy says, I have a mild situation, but I'm afraid I am getting jerked around by the company that I have hired. They sprayed once and said every 30 days for 6 months. Well, first spray, nothing, and then nothing for 28 days, and my daughter had bites. We may be getting bites, but not reacting like she is. So I got the next treatment and was told that he will retreat every 14 days for at least the next month. My fear is mild. My fear is... Okay. Let me read this real quick because I can't read out loud. For some reason, I think I'm having issues today. Okay, so you're not supposed to spray outlets. So she says not all baseboards, outlets, etc. You do spray baseboards as best you can, but you don't spray outlets. He's not taking the bed apart. Now, I don't take the bed apart itself. I just take the mattress and box spring off the frame, but I treat the frame. Is he using Crossfire, Amy? So that's the question. Is he using Crossfire? That's the curious thing that I have to ask. Do I service Northern Virginia area? Oh, man. So, I have done Chantilly, Sterling, Falls Church, Arlington, Springfield, Woodbridge, Virginia Beach, South Boston, Bristol. So many. Richmond, lots in Richmond, but I do a lot in Northern Virginia. A lot in Northern Virginia, a lot. Ermine, so. But I do long distance. I live in Bedford County, so it's like 3.5 hours to Northern Virginia, just dealing with traffic. And especially since I got sick, I can't use a mask anymore. And you get up there around Arlington, a lot of people make you wear a mask when you're working, and I can't do it anymore. It's not even possible for me to wear one. If I wear one, I can have organ failure. So because I have 30% reduced function to my lungs because of COVID, so I'm not able to do any kind of work with a mask on. And when you get up there around Northern Virginia, I just can't do it. I just tell the customer, you need to be out of the house while I'm working. So if there's a worry in that. Let's see, what rodent bait do you like to use for bait boxes and snap traps? I like to use weather block. Talon weather block is what I like to use. Time's up. Thanks for... Jennifer's going to make me get off of here. I really do need to get off of here, though. I'm really sorry. But I know I like to do my 2-hour... I've been doing like an hour, 2 hours long stream. And... but I do. You're right, Jennifer. Jennifer's jumping on me saying, I got to get out of here because my family needs me. She's right. I got a little baby that's only a week old. I got to get back upstairs and help my wife with him. So I'm off of work tomorrow. I got to take the baby in to the doctor. So I need to make sure I get up and get some sleep anyway. So if I can. It's funny. I'll leave you with a joke. So I was talking with a customer today, and they're asking me, they're like, how's your new baby? How are things going? How do you feel? How are you sleeping? And I tell them, well, it's great. He lets me sleep through the night. But people don't understand what that means to someone with children. So when you have children, sleeping through the night means that the child let you get at least 2 hours uninterrupted sleep. That means the kid's going to wake up about every 2 or 3 hours anyway. And you're going to have to feed the baby. You're going to have to diaper the baby. You got to take care of the baby. And so if you get 2 hours straight where you could just sleep straight from point at 1 all the way up to 120 minutes, then that's something. That's something right there. So that's what he lets me do. And so he's different than all my other children, where the other children would actually get me up in the middle of the night, off and on all night long. But he'll actually let me sleep for about 2 hours. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. And any questions that you have, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. Follow me on TikTok. If anybody's coming here and follow me tonight, I really appreciate anybody that comes in. Give me some likes, give me some follows. I'm trying to get to 10,000 with TikTok. I don't know. I'm about 5,000 followers now on TikTok. And YouTube, you guys too. Y'all come over and follow me on TikTok too. I do some funny stuff over there. But and also the minute-long videos that TikTok allows me to do, I put in about a 1 minute to 2 minute video about once a week at least, just to give people little tips and pointers on bugs and stuff. So if you're interested in like that, the link should be in my description. And like I said, follow me on TikTok. Come over and check out the Discord. I got Discord. You can always answer me stuff over there. I'm always online to answer people's questions. I try my best to answer people's questions as soon as I can. So anyway, y'all have a real good night. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to get off